Have you ever thought about how much English you can learn just by talking about your own day? Imagine being able to describe your morning, your favorite breakfast, or your relaxing evening, all in English, and sounding natural and confident while doing it. If that sounds good to you, then today's episode is perfect. Welcome to Olivia English Lab podcast, the cozy little corner where we make learning English easy, calm, and enjoyable. I'm Olivia, your host and your English learning friend. Today, I'd love to invite you to join me for one of my favorite topics, daily routines. The simple, everyday habits that make our lives meaningful. Whether you're an early bird who loves to wake up before sunrise, or a night owl who enjoys the quiet of midnight, learning how to talk about your daily routine in English is one of the most useful skills you can master. So, grab your cup of tea, sit back, and listen as I share my own daily routine, from the moment I wake up to the moment I fall asleep. And don't worry, I'll explain important phrases along the way, so you can use them to describe your own day in English. Oh, and before we dive in, if you enjoy learning English with stories like this, please take a second to follow this podcast and leave a review. It helps more English learners find our cozy little lab. All right, ready? Let's begin. Morning routine. Every morning, I wake up around 7 o'clock. Did you notice I said around 7? That means not exactly 7. Maybe a few minutes before or after, like 6:55 or 7:05. It's a gentle, natural way to talk about time. When my alarm rings, I don't jump out of bed immediately. I usually stay in bed for a few minutes, stretching a little, checking the morning light through the curtains, and taking a deep, calm breath. After that, I get up. Here's something to remember. Wake up means you stop sleeping, but get up means you actually leave your bed. So, I might wake up at 7, but get up at 7:10. Then I head to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. I sometimes say good morning to myself in the mirror. It's a small act of kindness that makes me smile. Next, I prepare a quick breakfast. The word quick means fast, something that doesn't take much time. My quick breakfast is usually toast with jam and a cup of tea, but sometimes I'll grab a banana if I'm in a rush. At around 7:45, I get dressed and pack my bag with everything I need. My laptop, notebook, water bottle, and sometimes a small snack. Before leaving, I like to open the window, take a moment to enjoy the cool air, and remind myself to be grateful for another new day. Then I leave home around 8. It takes me about 10 minutes to get to the studio where I record this podcast. Takes me when we talk about time. For example, it takes me 10 minutes to walk to work. It takes me 30 minutes to cook dinner. If you're following along, you can pause now and try saying your own sentence. It takes me 5 minutes to go to school, make coffee, feed my cat, late morning, work, and study. When I arrive at my studio, I make myself another cup of coffee, my favorite part of the morning. The smell of coffee always wakes me up completely. Then I sit down, check emails, and plan my lessons for the week. Around 9 o'clock, I start working on podcast scripts and YouTube videos. I write, record, edit, and sometimes re-record, because I always want my listeners to hear clear, natural English. By late morning, the sunlight fills the studio. Around 11:30, I like to take a short break. During my break, I often go to a small cafe nearby to have coffee and chat with friends. Here's an important word, often. It's a frequency adverb. It tells us how many times something happens. For example, I often drink coffee. I sometimes read books. I always brush my teeth. When I'm at the cafe, I like to sit by the window, watch people walking by, and listen to soft music. It's a peaceful moment before the busy afternoon begins. Quick reminder, If you like this calm, slow English style, make sure to subscribe to Olivia English Lab on YouTube. I upload new listening and speaking episodes every week. Afternoon routine. At around 12:30, I usually have lunch. Sometimes I eat at the cafe, but most of the time, I prefer to cook something simple at home. My lunch is often rice with chicken and salad, or sometimes noodles with vegetables and a glass of fresh juice. After lunch, I like to rest for a while, maybe 20 or 30 minutes. The phrase for a while means for a short period of time, not too long. Then I go back to my desk and continue my afternoon work. I prepare lesson plans, record new vocabulary sessions, or review listener messages from around the world. It always makes me happy to see where my audience comes from. Sometimes from Brazil, Japan, or Vietnam. Some afternoons, I teach online classes with my students. We practice pronunciation, small talk, and daily expressions. Teaching always gives me energy. Seeing students improve is one of the best feelings ever. At around 5 o'clock, I close my laptop and head home. On my way, I sometimes stop at a small market to buy fruit, bread, or a few snacks. The phrase on the way means during your journey, not making a special trip. Try saying this. I stop at the supermarket on the way home. Great job. Evening routine. When I finally get home, I change into comfortable clothes, usually a soft t-shirt and cozy pants. I love that moment when you can finally relax after a busy day. Then I sit on the sofa and rest for a while. Sometimes I watch YouTube videos, listen to soft jazz, or chat with my friends online. At around 7, I go to the kitchen to cook something simple for dinner. Maybe pasta, soup, or fried rice. The word simple means easy to make, not complicated. Cooking is like therapy for me. When dinner is ready, I enjoy it slowly. Taking my time, after eating, I clean up the kitchen, wash the dishes, wipe the table, and put things away. Clean up is another phrasal verb you can use every day. It means to make a place tidy again. You can say, I clean up my room every weekend. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, take a moment to follow this show. It really helps me keep making relaxing English content for you. Night routine. After dinner, I spend some quiet time reading or studying. Sometimes I prepare new scripts for this podcast. Before bed, I always take a shower, change into my pajamas, and check my phone one last time. Usually to read a few comments from you, my wonderful listeners. Finally, I turn off the lights and go to sleep around 11 o'clock. I like ending my day feeling peaceful and grateful. Vocabulary review. Let's quickly review the key phrases you learned today. 1. Wake up, get up. Wake up means to stop sleeping. Get up means to leave your bed. 2. Quick breakfast. A simple meal that doesn't take much time. 3. It takes me. Used to talk about time needed for something. 4. Often, sometimes, always. Words that show how often something happens. 5. On the way, during your journey from one place to another. 6. For a while, for a short period of time. 7. Clean up, to make a place tidy again. 8. Around means approximately, not exactly. You can pause here and repeat them aloud. Repetition helps you remember. Listening practice. One more time. Every morning, I wake up around 7. I stay in bed for a few minutes, then get up, wash my face, and brush my teeth. After that, I make a quick breakfast, usually toast with jam and tea. Around 7:45, I get dressed and pack my bag. It takes me 10 minutes to walk to the studio. When I arrive, I drink coffee and start working on new podcast episodes. Around 11:30, I go to a cafe to have coffee and chat with friends. At 12:30, I have lunch, rice, chicken, and salad. After lunch, I rest for a while and then get back to work. In the afternoon, I teach classes, finish projects, and stop by the market on my way home. In the evening, I cook something simple, clean up, take a shower, and relax. I go to bed around 11, ready for another wonderful day. Closing. So, that's my daily routine. It's simple, but it keeps me balanced, focused, and happy. Every small action, from making tea to reading before bed, reminds me to appreciate the little things. Now it's your turn. Try talking about your daily routine in English. You can write it in the comments or say it out loud. Use the phrases we practiced today. And don't worry about being perfect. Just speak, enjoy, and learn. If you like this episode, please share it with your friends or tag Olivia English Lab on YouTube or Spotify. Your support helps this cozy English community grow. And here's my question for you. What's the first thing you do in the morning? I'd love to read your answers. Until next time, keep smiling, keep practicing, and keep learning English with love. This is Olivia signing off from Olivia English Lab podcast.